Hey, what's going on, gang? Good afternoon. Hi there. Greetings. Welcome. Welcome. How you feeling? Good? Good. Hey, my name's Alan Cox. Thanks for being here. They just mentioned it, but I'll mention it again. Say hi to Bill Squire. He's here, too.
Hey, creepy hugs, everyone. Thanks for listening to and watching this episode of the Alan Cox Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share Cold One with the boys.
There's Mary Santora.
Hi, guys.
Who's back from the hinterlands.
Oh,
Where were you last week?
Dayton and Cincinnati.
Dayton and Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Poundcake's back in Studio G.
Afternoon, white people. How are you?
Another Poundcake duck face. I saw it in the stories.
Oh, my God. It wasn't even a duck face. Those are how my lips look.
I assume you were drunk and you were making. I didn't notice the timestamp, but
It was
it was a duck face.
Sunday fun day, and I just went
Well,
down.
that was a daytimer.
Well, I was watching the game,
He said,
because I'm like,
Of all the games for you to watch.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I just felt like drinking, and I went down to my neighborhood watering hole, and
You went by yourself?
Yes.
Look at you.
Wow,
30
well
things.
done. There's
30
nothing wrong with
teams.
that. You never know what's going to happen. You don't need a +1 all the time. They just slow you down. Where did you go?
I went to Vibe, which is right down.
Vibe.
Yeah, it's a local gay bar.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Oh, okay.
It's right next to the Work Smart clothing outlet.
Oh, okay.
It's where I get all my neon yellow reflective work vests.
Okay.
Anywho, so you went by yourself, had a good time, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got.
What was the if you will, what was the vibe like in there? What was the game on? Everybody's watching the game.
Game was on. A lot of people were coming in from their Stonewall dodgeball or kickball league, whatever it is, whatever they do right now. But Stonewall players started coming in, and it was very kind of like dark in there, like not dark, but like I don't know, it was shaded, and then
That's racist, Poundcake.
shaded.
no,
Shaded. There were a lot of palm trees. And,
like it was the light was dim, the light, and then they had like the alcohol all lit up, and then the only thing glaring was this TV screen. So obviously I couldn't help but watch it, and everyone else, because I originally was gonna go show up downtown for the tailgate, but the friend I was gonna meet up there, she ended up going to a funeral, so I didn't go.
So did all the people there at the tailgate.
Man, those tailgates look so lit though.
That's
So
what
the-
it felt like after people were leaving.
so you were gonna go all the way downtown to go to the tailgate.
I was gonna pop up at your appearance.
I was gonna say you weren't gonna come to the Cox Out pregame.
No, I was, and then afterwards I was gonna go hang out.
Because everybody else showed up.
Looked like it was packed.
Yeah, I didn't go.
Right, I'm not going.
You're just hanging there. But you had a good time at Vibe by yourself. Did you sit at the bar
I did.
and pretend like you were really engrossed in the game?
Yeah, I made sure to make some hand gestures like come on and
Oh, guys.
put my hands over my face. I had
And
no idea
shake
what
your
was
head
going
in
on.
disgust. Right.
Let's ask him this. Who won and what was the score?
Oh, yeah.
Jets,
What was the score?
the Jets, and then it was 31-30.
Look at him.
He really did pay attention.
The
didn't
sports
he?
break is paying off.
Uh-huh. It really is. Well done. But you didn't stay for the whole game.
No, I
You-
left
you
top of the fourth.
dipped out. Oh, before it
Top
got really,
of the
really
fourth.
good. Yeah. Before it got really, really good, you
Oh,
were like,
yeah.
I'm going to get. Well, listen, what do they always joke about? The people who think that you got it in the bag and they leave the game early.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even for people who, how could you blame them for thinking they had the game in the bag? I mean, if you left with 2 minutes left or whatever it was.
Minute
impressive.
40.
If you left with a minute 40, there's no way that you thought on the way home you'd be turning on the recap and hear that the Browns had lost.
They let that
but
one
in
get
fact
away.
They did, yeah, that's right. So there you go. Well, then Poundcake probably watched more of the game than, Bill's a Chargers fan, so he didn't watch.
I was watching Red Zone, so like it was popping around to all the games, and obviously when they started doing that, they became a focus of Red Zone, and so I saw pretty much all that happen.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny though, because there was a guy that came into the bar. Obviously, it's a gay bar, has like flags everywhere, but I still don't think he was so into the game that I don't think he realized he just wanted cheap beers and not a lot of crowd. Like it wasn't a big crowd, so he could get right to the bar. And then like people started filing in, and like it was a bunch of men hugging each other, and he was like, "I'm gonna be right back." He never came back.
He thought there was a dive bar called Vibe
I don't
at
know what he
117th and Lorraine. Right.
I don't know what he thought, but he came in.
He's surprised.
And I was just like, wow. And he was like an older black man. I was like, wow. I was like, kudos to him for not being intimidated whatsoever.
Look at this guy. He's coming out in the autumn of his years.
And he grabbed the straightest beer ever, or the straightest drink ever, which was a beer. And then he was just sitting there smacking his hands together and talking to himself, and everyone else was just kind of ignoring him. And then I think he realized, he took a glance, he came out of the game for a minute, and he was just like, he said to himself, I think, or to me, he was just like, I'm going to be right back. And then he left his drink.
Like anyone was paying attention.
That's what I'm saying. He left his drink and everything and just never came back. At least while I was there. And I was there for another hour.
They must not serve Schmidt's Gay at Vibe. Because that is not a straight beer.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
He's a young boy.
I know he's young. It's okay. It's not his fault. No, I didn't see the game. I was off buying my daughter fish. That almost lived for a few hours.
I sent you audio of that guy at the gay bar.
You sent me audio of the guy. All right. Let me check my junk mail first, because for whatever reason, your emails go into my junk mail.
As they should.
No.
Yes.
I don't see anything in there. Nevertheless, yeah, no, I don't see anything in there. I don't know. Maybe it's taking time to bounce back from our servers in Chicago. Maybe that's the problem.
Right.
Maybe there's a little bit of a screw up there. No, my daughter has already seen. Oh, there it is. I just watched this too, as a matter of fact.
Wait a minute. There's something bothering me about this place. I know! This lesbian bar doesn't have a fire exit! Enjoy your death trap, ladies!
What was her problem?
What was her problem? The She Lounge. Mm-hmm. Now, my daughter has lived through the death of a couple of fish, and so
Is she starting to think it's her?
No. Okay. I don't think so. I've got no indication along those lines. So she's like, when can we replace Rainbow? And I said, tell you what, let's get through the summer. Let's get back in school. Let's get past Labor Day, because there was all kinds of traveling going on. I said, there's no point in getting a fish when we're still traveling. Traveling's all done for the summer. So I said, when I get home from my appearance, we'll go get fish. And I bought a new tank, and I bought the thing, and we got a couple of neon tetras. And I don't think I treated the water properly. And I didn't even think of it, because I just wanted to get this thing put together and get these fish in here so she could enjoy it. The one fish lasted about an hour, and I went to her about 2 hours after that, and I said, yeah, the other fish is gone. So those didn't, again, the fish she had last time was a pretty hardy fish, and we just had it in a plastic tank. So I bought a whole new thing. This one had a filter, and it had a light on it, and I got ba-ba. And those two fish didn't even last the day. They didn't even last 3 hours. So we got to go back. I think maybe I'll go to a pet store and get a fish.
Where'd you go? The
We
fair?
got a couple of Meyer fish.
Oh.
And they're just fish. They're in a tank. Who cares what they don't know where they are.
Did you just put them in sink water? You said you didn't put anything in it?
I didn't realize that I had this. I just filled the sink with dirty dishes in it and put the fish in. That's not how you're supposed to do it?
Well, that's how you feed them, but you can't live like that.
Yeah, I have a bag that's got this stuff called Tetra Clean, something that you put in the water to dechlorinate it. Didn't even occur to me, so I'm sure that's what it was. But, oh, my gosh. I mean, if you want a standing indictment, and I've said before that when I first came to Cleveland, I couldn't believe how delicious the tap water was, which, my first week in sounded like the lamest pander that you'd ever heard on the radio, but I was surprised. I was like, oh, yeah, but it'll kill fish, apparently. There's so much stuff. I mean, and again, we give Mary a hard time because she loves the poop water down at Edgewater Beach when there's a huge storm.
I don't eat it. I don't drink it. I don't
she
swim
doesn't.
in it.
She loves to surf the turds. And I forgot about that, and so I put these two little neon tetras. Boy, in retrospect, they never had a chance with me, but fortunately, my daughter, she's less scared of death than I am. Probably because she's farther away from it.
She's so young, yeah.
I've got to take a break. If you want to text for anything, 35192. To do that, you can call us if you like, if you get the urge, 578-1007 or 800-348-1007. And you can always talk back to us on the iHeartRadio app, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeart.